We're back, fellas, ladies, in betweens, everybody, all inclusive. You know, that's what we do here. We include everybody. Everyone can get these hands. Doesn't matter. But yeah, man, we had another little small event, and we got another little warm up event here in Vegas before we get to Fight Island, Abu Dhabi pay per view. So let's just look back real quick about our week. I mean, last week wasn't as hot on the SmokeOut, but it's all right. I mean, let's see what we did here. We're still super positive, and looks like Nesto went 1-2, -1 unit. And same thing with me. I had 1-2, -1.3. We actually, the only ones we got right was the same one. Carolina Kovacevic.
That was the lock. I told you.
Yeah, that was my best bet for sure. I lost to De La Rosa, was looking ugly.
Oh, she looked like shit.
Yeah, and then I was listening to one of the podcasts after, and they were saying like she took the opponent was short notice, but it wasn't someone that she was prepared for. That's why everyone was confused on why she wasn't grappling, because that's her like strength.
No, because it's also because they used to train together, and she knew that she couldn't take her down. Because JJ Aldridge said that the UFC has been trying to make this fight forever, and then that's why she said yes, because it was short notice, and JJ said she already they trained together, so she already knew what she had, and yeah, she had nothing for her.
Yeah, I don't know why you would stand and strike with JJ. Oh, with JJ Aldridge, that was super dumb. And then of course the parlay buster. And I'm not gonna do this again, but I gave y'all the parlay where I didn't bet it because I was just trying to make one greasy one for y'all. Adding Dawson, which I didn't bet, but it blew the parlay because I parlayed Piper and Dober with Canelo IRL, and obviously I couldn't give that one out. But yeah, Dawson, man, that's the big crazy shit that happened. Dawson, quick knockout by Green, man.
When it comes to that kind of stuff, it's just you got to take it on the chin. Bobby Green closed at plus 495, so hey, good for the King Green.
Hey, I mean, we were kind of mentioned, of course, in theory, on paper when you analyze it, by decision, probably Dawson, but Green's live. He's always a dog. He's always going to put up a fight.
He got the round knockout is crazy though.
Yeah, 30 seconds. I mean, obviously, I didn't expect that. But yeah, it was crazy to see, bro. Less than 30 seconds. Crazy.
It's 33.
33
in total.
Yeah, that was embarrassing for Dawson, but hey, welcome to the big leagues, man. This is what's going to happen. Yeah, fights got canceled. Lynn's got canceled as well with some weird medical things going on. So I don't know what. But other than that, I mean, any other highlights you had in there that you thought nothing crazy? The fights were just regular fights.
Yeah,
nothing crazy.
Nothing. Except Bobby Green. I mean, that's the highlight of the night.
Yeah, that was the highlight, and he got his money. Oh yeah, let me mention. I have to mention before we move on. At least some of the good things that happened. Not everything was good for me on Saturday, but robbery went my way. Vanessa Demopoulos, and I was telling y'all, keep an eye out for her and Manus, just on the mispricing. Not that she's a better fighter at all, but yeah, kind of robbery plus 300 robbery on the Japanese chick, and obviously I scored it for the Japanese chick as well, 29-28, and a lot of people even had 30-27 Japanese chick, but yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you see, and then Manus easy, he dominated. So some good stuff. And you want to be like Joe Pyfer? What do you think about that? Joe Pyfer, he's that golden child, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's cool. Let's get into this new card.
All right, let's see here.
Be like Joe Pyfer.
Be like Joe Pyfer. First fight, we already had some changes on this card, but so they rearranged some of the fights. But it makes sense they're starting with this one. Ashley Yoder against Emily Ducote. Emily Ducote is the big favorite, man. He's like minus 350 right now, 330, 350, open minus 300. I mean, any thoughts on this?
Nah, Ducati, I don't know. She kind of when she lost to Angela Hill, I was kind of sketching her, but I'll probably take her in this one. Yoder's been in this shit too long. She was on that Ultimate Fighter season way back in the day where Carla won, I want to say.
Yeah, Yoder's old. Ducote's still young. Her record's not too hot, 12-8, and she's on a 2-fight losing streak.
Yeah, I just take Emily off the rip.
Yeah, me too. this is gonna be one of the legs of the greasy parlay for sure. I hate parlaying women's fights, but this might be a must right here. And I'm gonna look at her at by decision -150. I hate favorites during for props, but I think this one's the L word. Dakota's set up for this, and she's like a decision machine. And then Yoder is a decision machine as well, 8-8, 35 years old, and she took a long break, man, with the 2-fight win streak. She's never finished anybody. She's never been finished as far as getting knocked out or subbed. So she's never knocked anyone out, and she's never been finished. So, and look at, she's lost to Jin Yu Frey. Like, can we get a red flag? Like red?
No,
flags,
yeah, that's why I'm
everything.
That's why I'm like, we shouldn't even spend too much time on this. On to the next.
Yeah, so I'm going in this, but yeah, I like this. Is actually one of my not favorite fights on. It's gonna be a banger, but I think there's one of the legs that's for sure. Gonna start the night right. Yeah. Yep. Oops. Trying. Next, we got Chris Gutierrez taking a short notice fight. Opponent here, Alateng Haley. This is gonna be a banger, bro. Chris Gutierrez, he was supposed to fight. Who is he supposed to fight here? He was supposed to fight Montel Jackson, and I was actually feeling Montel Jackson, but now Chris Gutierrez is coming in as a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? -250, -240 favorite, man.
Damn, that's too much.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, because the other guy got some power in his hands, but El Guapo, he was kind of on a hot streak until he lost to Pedro Munoz, who's solid as well. Yeah. So nothing like a crazy loss. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with the favorite here. I might parlay him as well. But don't be. I mean, I am afraid of a Lengatang or whatever his name is here with the knockout power, bro. I mean, he's durable. He got knockout power. I mean, who you got over here?
Yeah, I'm going with Chris Gutierrez. I'm going with the youth. You know what I'm saying? Looking to bounce back. He was a prospect, and then he shit the bed against Munoz. So I mean, which isn't a bad loss either. So I think Chris will have enough to get this shit done.
But I am a little afraid, like you said, the thing's a little wide. The line's a little wide here.
Yeah, -250 is kind of crazy. It would have been like -150. That would have been cool, but at the end of the day, I think he get it done. Even though the Alatang, he's on a 2-fight winning streak too, so he's solid. But he hasn't fought since September of 2022, a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like his opponents aren't as strong. The resume is not as strong as Gutierrez right now. Decent, but not great. But I'm gonna be clenched pretty tight here on this one. All right, we got Irina Alexieva against Melissa Dixon, the unlockable. We got this girl. I got to pull up her name because she got an interesting nickname here. She is the Russian Ronda, bruh.
Yeah, she looks hella different now. She has like a flat top now, and like got all tatted up.
Like this.
Yeah, they were just
there. It is. She looking like
they just
this
like updated that, I think.
Yeah, that's what she looks like now. She's more, obviously getting into the little tomboy side.
But how big of a favorite is she? I know she's a big favorite.
Yeah, she's a favorite. Oh no, it's actually she opened at a -125, and now Dixon is the favorite, actually at -150, -140. So it's flipped. It looks like a lot of people like this Dixon chick. I haven't seen a lot of footage of it, but to be honest, I do think that
Dixon cider.
This Russian Ronda is kind of a little overrated. Kind of moving quick.
She's sloppy.
Yeah,
but exactly. She's a scrapper though. Like she comes in to bring it.
And then Melissa Dixon's from England here, 5-0, about the same age, but she doesn't have a lot of experience either. So this is kind of her spot. It looks like the only thing I know that she does have some good ground and pound. Yeah. She's pretty well rounded, but she's not going to be able to out grapple the other chick, obviously. So, but I'm probably not betting this unless I get some more info. But I'm still going to lean Dixon here. Unlockable theory, number one here. But I'm not super confident. It's not something I fired yet at all.
This might be a little sleeper pick. I'm gonna go with the Russian Ronda. She would go behind the hype. She's like one of those hypes, like the Jen Varoba.
Hey, I like Verna.
This might be.
But yeah, this chick's actually, now that she's the underdog now, you might find some value in it. as an underdog as well. But yeah, I unlockable. Wow, another one. Short notice fight. I don't even think the odds are out for this yet because I've been looking at it and trying to bet McKinney. But McKinney's going against Brendan Murat. He was. This is a short notice fight. I think Terrence was supposed to fight, and I'll confirm here. Terrence was supposed to fight Chris Duncan. Chris Duncan had some visa issues. But yeah, Chris Duncan, that would have been a good ass fight too. Now we got freaking, Brendan Murat. I have no idea about this guy, to be honest. 8-1 from America, the kid, young prospect, mostly a knockout guy from Combat Zone. I've never watched Combat Zone myself, but I just think McKinney's probably going to be a huge favorite here. They don't even have it in like even at Bet Online and stuff, who has like a lot of the lines early for UFC. But yeah, they don't even have it yet. I've been looking all day today, so I'm wondering when they're going to drop. They do now.
Yeah, he's minus
500. Not surprised. They don't even have the total out yet.
No, not that one.
Yeah, I mean, perfect. Another leg for my greasy ass parlay. This might be something I combine and play for fun at the closer to the week. But yeah, I'm going Terrence McKinney here. There's no props out yet, but I would see what the prop is for like knockout or first round knockout.
Yeah, but maybe
first round finish, I guess, because he could submit too. But yeah, I like McKinney, bro. Shout out to you. You were able to take a picture with McKinney at UFC Noche.
Oh yeah, he was a chill dude. Remember that guy that was with us, or not with us, but next to us? He was like, "Bro, that's Terrence McKinney." He was like, "No, weird and shit." And his girl was like, "Why are you acting all weird?"
Yeah, she's like, "Just go over there if you want to go there."
Should have snatched.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
like, just go, bro.
Yeah, because like, what the fuck? Then he didn't even get to meet him. I was like, bro, you slacking.
He hesitated.
But yeah, the Terrence McKinney would probably go for the under whenever that comes out. But yeah, for sure, going with Blunt Bros Terrence.
I would assume it's gonna be like the 1.5. It won't be a 2.5 for the under over. I don't think Terrence McKinney fights be at 2.5 on the rounds. Always 1.5 usually. So yeah, McKinney first round, McKinney inside the distance. Love it all.
Hey,
man, there's a lot of chick fights here.
They representing, man.
Yeah, we got Tanara Lisboa against I don't even know how to say her name. Daria Zeleznikova. Man, these fight names are tough. These are way tough, especially from different countries. As far as the line goes,
I'm over here looking at something else.
Oh, it's the wrong one.
She's fighting against somebody called
she's fighting against
Ravina Oliveira.
Yep, you're right, because I was looking at this earlier. Ravina, short notice fight, man. Lisboa is supposed to fight. Who do they say here? She was supposed to fight that chick that we just said. I couldn't pronounce her name, and then now we got a short notice fight. Lisboa is kind of that prospect of a Muay Thai fighter, but she's 6-2. I mean, she's on a winning streak, but personally, she is a little overrated IMO. You know, she does have some good kickboxing, but she hasn't really fought anyone that's real good. She beat Jessica Rose Clark, who's not, I don't believe, even in the UFC anymore. And she's a huge favorite. This Lisboa is minus 300, 340 some places. So in the Bet Online, what do you got? Minus 325. Yeah. So I'm not going to throw this in a greasy parlay. You know, I'm probably not going to bet it, but if I had to pick a value side, Ravina Oliveira, not because she's good, not because she's better, but I think the pricing's off. And with these type of chick fights, when it's overhyped, this prospect could still possibly pull out a decision or do something, maybe grab.
What are her wins by?
Let's go down here. She's young still. She's a knockout person right here.
Oh yeah,
mostly ground and pound punches. One sub. The only thing I know about her too is her ground and pound is good. It's kind of her specialty. She likes to get in close, and she really likes to just get them down and get them to the ground and pound. She can't stay at distance and do a striking fight with this Lisboa chick. That's her alley. So she got to make it dirty, move around, get in.
No, but that's
straight lines.
That's what she got to do if she stands with her. That's what, to beat a Muay Thai fighter, you got to just rush them. You can't be technical to pick you apart. So when you fight Muay Thai, you just got to get in their face. You can't let them.
You got to close distance. You got to close distance. You can't. Yeah, you can't play around and just play their game. If you play their game, they're going to pick you apart. So that's what she got to do. I mean, I'm going to look at it. If it gets high enough, man, I might sprinkle a small amount on Oliveira plus 250. Maybe if it gets to 300 closer. Just a little pizza money, nothing crazy, but maybe you get a robbery too. Maybe you get a Demopolis robbery. You never know. Right.
You never know with these judges, but yeah, I'm the same. I probably just gun to my head. I'll just go with the favorite, but it's probably it
Yeah.
might be value in the Oliveira.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lisboa should win just because she's a better fighter. They're pushing her. But I'm not laying that to find out. I'll tell you that. Headline the prelims here. We got Darren, the Damage Elkins against TJ Brown, man. This is gonna be a scrap ass fight, man. Oops, I'm over here fucking up. Uh, downtown TJ Brown. What do you think about this, man? I'm not a huge TJ Brown guy, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Elkins told me Elkins is like he's quote unquote a legend. You know, he's been doing it for so long, but it's like, yeah, when the time is up, you know what I mean? And TJ Brown, I know I'm not too high on him either, but I think just for the age factor, I would go with TJ Brown.
Yeah, TJ's a big favorite, minus 235 now, minus 210, 205 range. So he's still a 2-1 favorite. I mean, he's younger, obviously younger, less damage, and he's pretty well rounded. He could wrestle, he strike a little bit.
Yeah.
He's pretty durable for the most part, but he's lost to Bill Algeo in the last fight, which that aged pretty well. And he's only lost a few guys that are pretty decent, but they're all mid card guys. So I don't know. You don't know what you're going to get here. I'm not laying minus 200 with him. He's younger. As far as Darren Elkins, like you said, legend, 27 and 11. He's like a hardcore legend.
Yeah, but it's like
39.
You can't do that when you get older. And then his last fight was in December. Like, damn, it's been a minute.
Yeah, look, it's been a while, and he fought Jonathan Pierce, who's pretty good. And he's lost to pretty much everyone that's good, or decent. The guys he beat aren't really that great, to be honest, other than Michael Johnson, but that was way back in 2018. This ain't 2018 no more, man. Yeah, no, winner wise, yeah, I think the favorite, but I'm not going to lay that price, man. I am still looking at Elkins at plus 180, but I might wait to plus 200, plus better. I might sprinkle. I'm gonna wait though. I'm not in a rush. This card is a little tough, with the odds. I think
it's because it's like they're trying to just put this before the Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, just like kind of warm up. Well, getting into the main card here, we got some prospects here, man. We got Christian Rodriguez against the South African Prince, Cameron Simon. We got the slight favorite here. Decent favorite. Rodriguez, he opened at minus 170. Now he's like minus 155, 160 range.
They put him as a favorite? I'm surprised.
Yeah, I think they caught on, bro. I thought they were gonna open him up as a pick'ems or underdog or something like that. Slight. Yeah, I mean, I follow that. I fired actually Christian early. I got him at minus 135, but I'd take him up to minus 160 right now, even. I just think he's more well-rounded. Simon is good, obviously, and he's a prospect, but he's really young, got a lot of time. And remember, Rodriguez, he is the prospect silencer on Rosas, right? If you guys remember, that's kind of his big claim to fame, and people kind of got onto him, is when he beat Raul Rosas, who they thought they were just feeding Rodriguez to Rosas, like for fun, like just to boost him up, and they fucked up. But let me share this with y'all here. Rodriguez looking racially vague in this picture, but 9-1. C-Rod, still young too, 25 years old, man, on a couple fight win streak. Raul Rosas, and then Weems, he finished, and he lost to Jonathan Pierce in his UFC debut, which is okay, man. Pierce is pretty good. Simon undefeated though, 9-0, 14 fight win streak. I mean, he's beaten Terrence Mitchell, who was the guy that got demolished by Raul Rosas at UFC Noches, if you guys remember. That's who Simon beat. Mana Martinez, who's not even in the UFC anymore. Also, so I mean, you have to fight who's in front of you when you're young, so it is what it is. You can't hold it against them, but I just think I've been waiting to fade Cameron Simon. I think this might be okay. It's not the best, but might be an okay spot to do this at this price. So I'm in on it, man. I'm in on it. Rodriguez.
No, yeah, I'm probably going with Rodriguez too, but Simon, Driscoll's son, yeah, they're trying to prop him up, and they've been giving him some, decent matches, but at least this guy's going to be there and going to be in your face, so it's a real test to him too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be his first test, and if he passes this test, then you could tell he's probably going to be real.
Yeah.
Next fight here, man, we got the rematch from Noche, bro. We were here live watching Edgar Chairez and Daniel Lacerda. If you guys remember, Chairez was given a guillotine
Yeah,
hold
he had
to
like a
Lacerda.
standing guillotine, and then the ref touched Lacerda's arm and it went down, and he stopped it, but they thought it was over. But he said he wasn't sleeping, and then they turned it over after the fight to a no
Yeah,
contest.
which was crazy. So they're coming back, and it's interesting on the odds here. We got Shirez still a huge favorite, bro. He's like a minus 300, minus 280 favorite in that range. Huge favorite. Call me crazy, bro. Call me crazy, but I might have to sprinkle Lacerda plus 250 again, bro. Nothing crazy, but I just think that even though we saw all that, Lacerda still got a better shot than what I don't even know what Shirez is really good at. He's just like decent at everything, but he's not great at anything. He's just got the Mexican fighting spirit,
Yeah, but then see, Lacerda he's still on like what 3, 4, 5 losing streak. So and in that
yeah.
fight, if the ref didn't mess with it, you never know if he could have choked him out really, or who knows. But I'm
I
assuming.
didn't. I thought he went to sleep.
Yeah, me
Personally,
too.
like
Because
I
his arm
was like,
fell. He should have done
I was
the
like,
whole.
bro, how are you gonna overturn that?
Supposed to do the Hulk Hogan and shake your arm. You know
He
what I'm
thought he
saying?
was like, he should
But
have
he
started doing like
was
this.
asleep. So yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna still stick with the UFC Noche and go with Chires.
Chirac. But yeah, man. Hopefully, we'll see. He did change his name. Hopefully, I'm surprised he didn't change it back to Da Silva. Because to see if he got better luck with that one. Now we're going through these kind of quickly here. We got some.
It's because it's been
few
like
good fights left.
the fights are kind of like I don't know. They're kind of like man, they're
Yeah,
cool, but
this
it's like
matchup is
now it's heating up. Like I feel like the main card is way better than the prelims.
Yeah, a lot of people dropped out too, so they're trying to scrap a card together and not like lose hella
And then like
fights.
the people in the prelims are like juiced as favorites, like Terrence McKinney, like minus 500. Come on, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's always like that. Let's see what we got next here. Yeah, we got Andre Petroski against Michelle Pereira. Pereira is actually supposed to fight Mark Andre Barriot, and they got that canceled. Barriot withdrew for whatever reason, health purposes. But Petroski stepped in. He's from the Ultimate Fighter.
yeah, he's
And
been on a cool
a
little
real
streak.
streak.
Yeah, he just beat GM3. This is also a fight at 185.
Mm-hmm.
So
He goes
Pereira.
between he's usually 185, yeah.
No, it's 185, but this is Pereira's first fight at 185. Pereira's been fighting at 170.
Which is crazy, right? Like as far as how big he looks.
Yeah, but then so then he missed weight to against the Wonder Boy fight.
Yeah, and then but they canceled that one. And then the last time he even fought an actual fight was last May in a split decision against Santiago Ponzinibbio, which is a while ago. So I mean, he hasn't fought in the craziest guys, but a lot of people I think remember him from the Tristan Connolly fight where he was doing like too many flips and dances before the fight, and then he lost.
He's on a 5-fight winning streak.
Yeah, ever since so that's a big thing for me right there. Is like everyone talks about Pereira when he was going through those like show off stages, and I think his coaches and him kind of got it together. Oh shit! I think my mouse died. Let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was sharing this to y'all. Yeah, man, I think Pereira's kind of gotten it together. He knows he doesn't have that much time. He's already 30, even though he looks like he's 40. But yeah, I think it's his time, bro. He is a slight favorite right now. Pereira, what we got here? Yeah, he's like minus 145, minus 135, something like that. I would take him all the way to minus 150. I like Pereira here. Don't get me wrong. Petroski is the grappling genius. He's a specialty guy. So he could always go to that because, Pereira's not a grappler. He's had issues with grappling, but his takedown defense is really good, minus the Tristan Connolly fight. So that's why I'm going to go with him because I don't see, if he could keep this standing up, I don't see how Petroski's going to handle his striking and his power. It's either ground or nothing for Petroski here. So, yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the weight's going to be different for Pereira. I could see Pereira like catching him with something with a straight right or something, sleeping him on a takedown. But I'm gonna go with Andre Petroski.
Petroski. He was the number one pick on the Ultimate Fighter. We're talking about, right?
Yeah, but then he lost on there too. So
that's why he was disappointed though, because he shouldn't have lost.
Yeah, he loses. He's still been getting it together because he's like a straight wrestler. So he's still been trying to learn.
Here's another banger, bro. I really like this one. Jonathan the Dragon Martinez against Adrian Yanez. This is a pick'ems fight. Banger. Both of them are strikers. Man, Yanez is slightly shorter.
He's
But I'm
taller.
gonna go straight into it. Is he?
Oh no, it's 5'7". Is Martinez?
I mean, they're about
5'8"?
the same.
Is it 5'8" or 5'6" for Martinez?
This is 5'8".
Okay,
Martinez
yeah,
5'8", but I'll check on here too.
No,
But I mean, they're about the same height. Let me see the reach here. Yeah, 69.5-inch reach for Jonathan Martinez at 5'8". And then he also got 5 wins. Oh shit, I got a kid over here. 5 wins, mostly by knockout, but his last win was big. Syed Nurmagomedov by decision, which is huge. Huge grappler.
No, he looked good
Swanson.
too.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's been looking good. The only time he looked bad was when he got knocked out by Davey Grant back in 2021. But other than that, I mean, all his performances has been solid as well. So we'll see how that goes. Sorry, guys.
Yanez was a big prospect. They had him juiced as a favorite over Rob Font. Rob Font slept him like the second round or something like that, right? Or first round.
Yeah. Rob Font. Oh, you're talking about the other guy. Yeah, that was a crazy fight with his last big fight. Sorry, guys. My mouse is all messed up.
Because I was also his first, big fight, too, against a name and stuff. So, and he looked terrible.
5'7", 70-inch reach. But yeah, his last fight, like you said, he lost to Rob Font, got knocked out, and I think he was just kind of full of himself, kind of not overlooking it because it was his first step up in competition, like that level. So I think he kind of learned from that, man. And to be honest, from Rob Font to Jonathan Martinez, it's not a huge step down, but it is a step down in my opinion.
But
on level, more like his level of competition,
Well, because Martinez has fought like the who's who too.
Yeah, I already fired on this. This is actually I'm gonna be on Adrian Yanez, the younger prospect here. I think it's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna be going with Martinez.
All right, got my mouse back. We good. Martinez. Okay, it's a pick'em fight. It can go either way here. It's gonna be a banger, man. I think that's might be possibly one of the fight of the nights. Then we got the co-main event here. Legend, you can call her a legend, I guess. Jennifer Maia, 21-9 against Viviane Araújo, 11-5 here. Both are not spring chickens, man. Not that young.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about this? They got what's her name as a favorite? Maia as a favorite minus 145.
Yeah, she should be the favorite. Maia, she's been I've been going against her the last few fights. I don't know if it's gonna bite me right now, but I'm gonna probably rock with her with this one. She still looks like she has upside to her career. She still looks good in her fights or whatever, standing on the ground, and Araujo been falling off. So
yeah, I kind of think. I mean, Maia, I was always on that fade Maia train, and it kind of burnt me. Like, for example, Casey O'Neill. She beat Casey O'Neill in the last fight,
and easy too. Both her last fights, she won easy.
She dominated. The only time she's ever lost is when she steps up in competition. Obviously, Manafiore's is a contender for the belt, and then she's Valentina Shevchenko and then Chikagian, who Kia her way to a decision win. Even though she doesn't make contact. So her experience is there. She's well rounded. She could strike. She could obviously BJJ is incredible comparatively to the division. And then we got Viviane, who's also not really young either, man. 36 years old, 2 losing fight streak, losing to Amanda Ribas and Alexa Grasso, which isn't terrible.
Good.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, for sure, I'm going to use the over 4.5 in some capacity. The over 4.5 or 2.5, sorry, is minus 450, minus 460. So it's a lot. You're gonna have to parlay it or something with another one, another girl fight probably earlier, like Dakota, minus 350, the over 2.5. So yeah, I like that. I don't know who to pick, man. This is a little tough. I don't like Jennifer Maia as a favorite. She is rightfully a favorite. It's just hard for me to swallow her as being a favorite as far as me betting. I mean, I'm leaning Viviane, but it's looking ugly. I'm gonna need to see the weight cut. I'm gonna need to see more, just something else, to make a decision. If I had to pick right now, I think the for me the value is Viviane Araújo at plus 130 or a dog, but that's really is mainly because when in doubt you kind of go with the dog. when you're not too sure, type of thing. Well, moving forward here, we got the main freaking event, man. This is an interesting one. We got Super Sadiq Yusuff. He's been out for a minute against the legend Edson Barboza, man. I'm wondering why he's not retiring.
Well, I think he's just finishing out his contract because he had re-signed the UFC contract like a few years ago, or 2 years ago. I think he's just riding it out. And plus, he's coming off a win. You can't knock it against the top dude. Billy Q slept him. So shit.
Yeah, Billy Q is like a fan favorite. People like him.
He be breaking people. So yeah, the zombie kind of style, and Edson was able to still put him out. So.
Yeah, Edson Barboza, 23-11, 37 years old, so not super young, been around for a while. Obviously, a great kickboxer, great striking. That's what he does, man. And really, the people he's lost to are respectable if you look at it, man. Bryce Mitchell,
he's fought the who's who, man.
Giga and Danige Felder, yeah. So the people he's beat are mid as well. So maybe this is another mid for him. Super Sadiq Yusuff is the favorite, minus 165. He was kind of a prospect as well. 30 years old. For me, he actually just had surgery. That's why he was off. I think he had like some shoulder or like back surgery along those lines, which is why they kept him out for a minute, man. So it's hard for me to lay minus whatever with him. So right now, I haven't bet it yet, but I'm leaning Edson Barboza, man, as a dog. I think he's live just to possibly knock him out. Not feeling great about it, so I haven't fired on it yet. So
yeah, it's a sketchy card.
Yeah, exactly, this card. But if I had to pick right now, I'm gonna pull for my man Barboza.
See, my heart will be with Barboza just because he's a legend. He's been doing it for so long, been watching him forever. But I just think Sadiq, even though Sadiq coming off a layoff, that might hurt him for sure. But I think he's just gonna have enough to, because even Barboza has he knocked out Billy Q, which is great. But also Billy Q kind of did it to himself, was rushing in, he literally just ran into his knee, just fighting that zombie style, like you said. And that's how I caught him. I think Sadiq is gonna be he's not gonna come at Edson like that, and I think eventually throughout the fight, he just enough punches will that chin on Edson, and it's not there no more. So I think he'll just get him out of there.
Yeah, that part's true. Edson, as he's getting older, obviously the chin's not there anymore, and Sadiq he's probably not going to go in a phone booth and fight him. He's not going to just go in there and do all that. So he probably will do some grappling as well, I would assume, just to get the juices flowing. So maybe this goes over, but it is a 5-round fight though, which is kind of challenging to come back. So I don't know their game plan. I got to see more before I fully commit and invest in this. But that's really the card, man. We're gonna go to some best bets, some best looks, which is a little tough on this card, huh?
Yeah, it's fucking sketch for sure.
This is super sketch. Let's see what we got here. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I think Emily Ducati is probably a best bet for sure over Ashley Yoder. So I probably would do a straight bet, just her.
Mm-hmm.
And then another a prelim parlay I'll probably do right here. Ducati, Gutierrez, and McKinney. Oh, and Irina. Yeah, fuck it.
The Russian Ronda.
Yeah, Russian Ronda. Let's go behind the hype. And then the main card. Do another parlay. C-Rod.
Okay, C-Rod.
Chires. Petrosky. And Sadiq.
All right. See here for me. Yeah, this is a sketchy card.
For sure.
Sketchy card, but I'm gonna go with good pickups odds. I would go with Yanez. Pickups minus 110.
Mm-hmm.
What else is on here? What was I probably go C-Rod. That's probably the one. Those are the ones I've already put money on So I'm gonna go with C-Rod. It's probably like minus 155, 57 right now. So I'll put minus one. I'll even put minus 160 for y'all. C-Rod at minus 160, and then I'll give y'all a little grease ball parlay here. I'm gonna go Ducote. Oh, that's my other one. I'll give you a bonus. Ducote by decision. What is that? Minus 150. Oh no, I'm gonna go Ducote minus 150. And then for a parlay, I'll give y'all, let's see, Ducote over 2.5 rounds, which is like minus 350. Parlayed with the Maya over 2.5 rounds, which is another big greasy one. With McKinney minus 500. That one's greasy. I usually try to keep it at 3, but that one's too greasy. I might have to add one more. But I don't want to Dawson myself like last week. You know what I'm saying? That was rough. I like I'm gonna go with what's his name? Gutierrez. Add him in there. I heard he was supposed to be a real estate agent. Some people are doing that fade a real estate agent thing.
Yeah, well, that's what what's that guy's name? Quinta like started that.
Yeah, and then there's one guy that isn't even good at fighting, and he was doing it, and now he's not in the UFC anymore. Damn. He only had like a few fights. It was also another Mexican fella, actually. But yeah, they're selling houses out here, bro. Be out there. But yeah, that's our card, man. I appreciate you. Hopefully we bounce back. I do gotta mention
this is a sketchy card though.
The records though, even though we lost last week, we're still actually in the green for the life of the show, man. And let me share this because Nesto's up big, man. So I'm 15-12-1 at plus 5.95 units. We go by 1 unit for every bet, just for tracking purposes. Nesto's 17-11 plus 24.05 units, man. That means if you bet 100 on every bet he made, you'd be up $2,400, over $2,400.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So just saying. So I mean, it pays to pay attention. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, also like I'm not really like this card is, in my opinion, just really sketchy because there's other ones that I want to pick. Like you see, we're split on hell of them, like Pereira, Petrosky, Martinez, Yanez, and then Jennifer Maia, Araujo, even the main event. So like this card is really UFC, the matchmaking. They know what they're doing, and also it's MMA. Anything can always happen. So it's.
Yeah, we saw it, man. Dawson -4 whatever and was knocked out. And then you saw Izzy. There's so many this year, every year, but just recent ones you already see.
Yeah, but just at the top of the dome, we're giving it to you right now, and this is just how we feeling. It's also like if you're really into the sport and getting into it by just watching it, I highly advise you to tune into the weigh-ins. You can always get maybe a little something different from the weigh-ins, like something that sticks out drastically. But that's just an opinion also.
Hey, last week we saw Morono had a horrible weight cut. If you were following the internet watching the weight cut, you could see in his face his weight cut was bad. And his opponent, Buckley, who was already the favorite, but his weight cut was good. And everyone was worried about how muscly he was, right? Because he went down in weight. And he was cutting it easy, looking good, sharp. So, yeah, man, some of the weight people that have problems cutting weight, and it could be tough. So y'all should check that out. And that's what I mean. We're doing this early for y'all in the week. And then as it gets closer to the fight, I mean, today's Monday, for God's sake.
Yeah.
A lot of shit happens up until Saturday or Friday evening. So.
Especially with MMA, like it was just what happened over the weekend. Felipe Lins said he was feeling sick. The UFC doctors cleared him to fight, but he said he was still feeling sick, so he pulled out day of the fight. And they actually paid Eon his money too, so shout out to them.
Damn. But yeah, man, that's it. Let's tune in the NFL Smokedown. We're on fire there too. Gen G, appreciate y'all, man. We're all there.
Hey, shout out Gen G, man. Shout out Tupac.
Shout out Tupac and Drake. Let's get it. All right, Bob. Next time.
All right, man. Y'all be safe.
We got a treat for y'all.